Hello and welcome back to the Nonsense Files, the show where a randomly generated idea becomes a randomly generated script written by AI and given a cold read by me, your host, Josh. Today on the Nonsense Files, we dive into military history with Operation Ironic Sarcasm. So without further ado, let's get into it. Welcome to the Nonsense Files, where we dive into the weirdest and most unusual stories from around the world. I'm your host, Joshua Weinhold. In today's episode, we're going to explore the fascinating history of Operation Ironic Sarcasm, a top-secret military operation that used social media and sarcasm to deceive insurgents in Iraq and Afghanistan. It's the early 2000s. The United States military is engaged in a bitter conflict against insurgent forces in Iraq and Afghanistan. The insurgents are using improvised explosive devices, or IEDs, to deadly effect, causing numerous casualties among U.S. troops. The military need a solution, and they turn to a new type of weapon, the smart bomb. These bombs were equipped with advanced sensors and guidance systems that allowed them to track and target specific types of vehicles, such as those used by insurgents to transport IEDs. However, the success of the smart bombs relied heavily on accurate intelligence about the location and movement of insurgent vehicles. This is where Operation Ironic Sarcasm comes in. The operation was conducted by a team of military intelligence officers who posed as bloggers and social media users to spread false information about the location and movement of insurgent vehicles. I'm wondering if this is one where ChatGPT just knows something the rest of us don't, because there's no way they haven't done this. There is absolutely no way that some military... There's no chance in hell there aren't CIA bloggers out there making just random... There's just... No one can convince me of that, I don't think. The idea was to use sarcasm and irony to throw off the insurgents who would be unable to distinguish between real and fake information. The team would post messages such as, quote, "Just saw the mother of all car bombs being loaded onto a truck headed to Baghdad, hashtag sarcasm." How is that sarcasm or irony? That seems like something they probably saw. "There's a huge convoy headed our way with IEDs strapped to every vehicle. LOL in all caps. Oh my god. The insurgents are getting really creative with their attacks. They're building remote-controlled donkeys now. Hashtag facepalm." The insurgents would then waste time and resources trying to intercept a convoy that didn't exist, while the real convoy carrying IEDs would slip by unnoticed. Wait, hold on. They're the ones with the IEDs. We're not using IEDs. Wait, what? It forgot who has the IEDs. Come on, Greg. Operation Ironic Sarcasm was incredibly effective, and it helped to significantly reduce the number of casualties among U.S. troops. Of course it did. They're not getting hit by IEDs anymore. Apparently they're transporting the IEDs and using them. On insurgents, I guess? I'm not sure. That's what Greg said. In fact, the team's ability to deceive the enemy was so successful that it led to a reduction in the overall number of IED attacks. Here are a few more examples of posts made by the military intelligence officers. Quote, "Heard that the insurgents are planning to use camels for their next attack. Watch out, troops. Hashtag sarcasm. Just saw a bunch of insurgents dressed in pink tutus planning their next attack. Gonna be a tough one. Hashtag facepalm." Insurgents are getting really creative. They've started using cats to carry bombs. Stay alert, troops. Hashtag LOL in all caps. "Hey guys, the convoy of death is on its way to Baghdad. LOL. Just saw a bunch of IEDs being loaded onto a truck headed to the airport. Can't wait for them to blow up in our face. Hashtag sarcasm." However, the operation also raised ethical questions about the use of deception in warfare and the potential for unintended consequences. Some critics have argued that the operation could have undermined the credibility of the United States military and government, as well as the trust of the Iraqi and Afghan populations. I think the bullets did that, and so did the bombs. So, I don't know. Can you lose more credibility than that? I think a Predator drone, I think it blows up a lot of credibility, unless it's the credibility of whether or not you can bomb someone. Others have pointed out that the use of sarcasm and irony in a highly charged and sensitive context can be misunderstood and misinterpreted, potentially leading to dangerous misunderstandings and even escalation violence. I would say that's true, since it took a paragraph before we were the ones with all the IEDs. That seems like an escalation to me. Despite these concerns, Operation Ironic Sarcasm remains a fascinating, little-known chapter in the history of modern warfare. It highlights the importance of innovation, creativity, in the face of complex and rapidly evolving threats, as well as the risks and challenges of using unconventional tactics in a highly charged and sensitive environments. And now a word from our sponsor. I didn't know this was in here. Welcome back to the podcast, folks. That's a weird beginning to an ad read, but okay. Today I want to talk to you about something that's been a game changer for me. Floor shoes. Now, I know what you're thinking. Floor shoes? What are those? Some kind of newfangled shoes made specifically for walking on floors? And the answer is yes. It's exactly what they are. But don't be fooled. They're not just any regular shoes. It sounds like they might be regular shoes. You see, floor shoes are specifically designed with a special grip that allows you to walk confidently on any surface without the fear of slipping or sliding. Unlike regular shoes, they have a unique tread that is perfect for walking on hardwood, tile, or even carpet. I know we've all been there. You want to walk from, let's say, out in the living room to your kitchen. But if your living room shoes, which are specially made for living rooms, take one step on tile, they will, as we all know from personal experience, spontaneously combust. So, these solve that problem that we all have, all the time. I've been wearing these shoes for a while now, and let me tell you, they're a game changer. No more slipping and sliding around the house or worrying about losing your footing. These shoes give you a sense of stability and control that you just can't get from regular shoes. And here's the thing, they're not just for use inside the house. I've taken my floor shoes out for walks around the neighborhood, and they've held up great. I even wore them to the grocery store and got a few compliments on them from the people who were, of course, lying around after having slipped because they didn't have floor shoes. So if you're wondering if these are just regular shoes, the answer is a resounding no. Floor shoes are a must-have for anyone who wants to walk confidently and safely on any surface. Give them a try and see for yourself why they're so much more than just regular shoes. And thank you to our sponsor, Floor Shoes. Now, without further ado, let's get back into Operation Ironic Sarcasm. Operation Ironic Sarcasm may have had its ethical controversies, but its impact on the battlefield cannot be denied. The use of social media and sarcasm as a tool of deception was a novel approach that proved highly effective in disrupting the plans of the insurgent. Yes, it's very innovative, using social media to lie and mislead people. Ground that was broken by the U.S. government. So that's good. Now we can all do that. It's okay for the government, it's okay for us. It also showcased the innovative thinking and adaptability of the military in the face of constantly evolving threat. In conclusion, Operation Ironic Sarcasm is a fascinating and little-known story that sheds light on the unconventional tactics and strategies used in modern warfare. Didn't we say... Wait. Yeah, we kind of already... Okay. And who knows, maybe next time you see a sarcastic social media post, you'll wonder if it's actually a clever ploy by the military. Thanks for listening to the Nonsense Files, and join us next time for more weird and wonderful stories from around the world. And that's all for today. Thank you again for joining us on the Nonsense Files. Please join us again next week when we dive in conspiracy theories, and we tackle the well-known conspiracy that JFK actually faked his death in order to run away with his one true love, Fidel Castro. Thank you for listening, and if you would, please give us a like, subscribe. I don't know what you do with podcasts. 5 stars? 4 stars? I'll take stars. Any stars is fine.